Video series. Okay, last week we spent a whole bunch of time talking about the Sorrento. We continued that into this week, Monday. This live video, we're talking about the Kia Rio. Now, before you tune out, those of you that are regulars with me, you know that I have not been a huge fan of the recent Rios. There are changes. This is a car I'm going to now recommend. So we're going to talk about that today. This is actually some pretty big news, bigger than I thought it was going to be. So we're going to talk about that in a second. First of all, if you've never joined us before for our live videos, you can skip ahead to if you're not live with us, you can skip ahead to the 3-minute mark. That's where we really get going with the content. The next 2 minutes, we're going to let our audience build. I'm going to show you how to join us anyways, or how to join us for our live video. And we're going to talk about any little news or rumors or anything else that I've heard. So that's what we're going to do right now. In the meantime, let me just jump across right here, flip the camera around. Okay, let me just get the camera, the screen to the right spot. There we go. All right, so here we go. If you want to join us live, just go to Brantford Kia's YouTube page. You're likely already there. I wouldn't see a Rio video being embedded somewhere else. So we're going to refresh this page exactly at 2 o'clock, and that's what you should do as well. And 2 o'clock on a weekday, you're going to see our live video sitting right there. It is very rare that it doesn't show up here anymore. If for some reason it doesn't, just go to that videos tab. The very first video will have this little live video tab. So we're going to click that right now. We're probably going to have to watch an ad. Ooh, what is this? What is that? Ooh, that's a pie. Eggos. Oh, Eggos. Yum. Eggos original. I'm all over the Eggo. What else are we watching? Oh, a Dodge commercial. You should buy a Dodge truck instead of a Rio, it's telling you. Skip ad. Okay. I don't think I have to worry about any cross-shopping there, so we'll be fine. Okay, that was an exciting ad. Hey, everybody. Some of the regulars are jumping on. Somebody said the headlights are already on. Yeah, they were. I had the car on and open a second ago, and now they're off. So there we go. Okay, about a minute to go here. Oops, there we go. Oh, I'm getting emails at the same time. Let's just get rid of that. There we go. Sorry, I'm filming on my phone. That's what happens. Okay, so what are we talking about right now? So you guys know that we're still waiting for the next minivan. I am expecting to hear about that in the next coming weeks. As soon as we hear about that, we're going to do a live video where we're going to go over the specs, go over what we do know. That being said, we may not see it until the auto show, which of course is now a digital auto show. I'm not sure what that means or how that's going to work. I had plans to do a whole bunch of stuff for an auto show ourselves. We're still going to do a lot of live video then, but I was expecting to have a few more products here by then than sounds like we're going to have. So we're going to do what we can with stuff. K5 is in demand. K5 is selling like crazy, so I'm not sure if I can keep it in stock enough to do the videos that I'd like to do on it. Sorrento, we still haven't seen the EX Plus models. I don't know how soon we'll see them. They're also going to be just a little bit later coming in. COVID has been a weird year, so things have just changed along the way, and that's kind of what we're going to roll with. Now, we do expect that car to come in. Once it starts coming in volume, we'll see it in volume, so no big deal there. Like I said, the minivan we're not sure about. Rios, Fortes, we've got all sorts of that. Peter, is that a Tesla? Yes, that is a Tesla right there. Tesla Model Y there. There was a Tesla Model 3 sitting here a couple days ago, or today actually. It's sold as well. And we have a Tesla Model S that sold today. So we always carry Teslas here. So, all right, we're at the 3-minute mark. Yeah, we always carry Teslas. We're a leading EV dealer, so we certainly have Teslas. Actually, tomorrow morning I'm going to be filming some Tesla, a Model 3 versus Model Y. I won't do that live, but I will do that. So, all right, 25 people on, 12 likes. I'm not going to beg for likes too much today, but I'd like to get to 30 or 40 likes. So if you 25 people hit the like button, that's awesome. That's the only thing I ask of you. I'll spend up to a half an hour going over these cars. Okay, so some of you are asking questions about what car I drive. Happy to answer that around the 30-minute mark of this video. Right now, we're going to dig into the cars that are in front of us, and then we usually go off topic around the 30-minute mark. Okay, so here we go. Kia Rio 2021. Now, I'm going to be honest. You guys who have watched me regularly, I even did a video that maybe the Rio's not the car to buy. Maybe just buy the Forte instead. I have not been overly impressed with the latest Rio. It was due for an update, and I feel like they went like maybe a year too long before it had an update. So we're going to talk about these two cars because these are cars that I actually would recommend. Now, again, you've got to want this size of car. That doesn't work for everybody, and we're going to show you some of the pros and cons of it. However, when I was younger, before I had a family, this size of car would have been perfect for me. Great fuel efficiency, nice and simple, a lot of good things in it. And now you're getting some technology in this car that has been sorely needed, but this car steps up above our Telluride when it comes to technology. So let's just break it to you right now. What are we looking at? What have we got? What's going on? Okay, so we've got two cars in front of us. You know what? Instead of going to the computer screen, we're going to go right over here. We have the Rio 5. This is an LX Plus model with the IVT transmission. So again, IVT transmission was new last year. MSRP is $18,495. We're going to look at that. Coming over here, we have a trim that I really like. I think this is a really good value trim. It is an LX Premium with the IVT, and you can see it is $19,995. So you're under 20 grand, and you get a lot of really nice options. Now, both of these cars are really good, but you're going to see some tweaks between these. Now, there is a step above that I think is an excellent car. It is the EX Premium. However, you're going to have to make some choices because you're getting into a Forte territory at that price point. And I mean, you're Forte territory already with some of these, but you really may want to consider the Forte at that price point. And it just depends on what you're looking for. So let's go through. I want to show you really quickly what we've got here. Let me just zip over here. Powertrain wise, we had a new engine last year, 120 horsepower, multi-point. So GDI is gone, MPI is in. Just a little bit less carbon buildup is basically, I think, why they do that. Same basic horsepower, torque, 113 foot-pounds of torque, not a ton. You can get it in a 6-speed manual, but we're going to go with an IVT transmission on most of these cars. That is by far what I recommend, and I'll show you why, because we're going to go down here. Fuel efficiency, LX with manual transmission, 7.7 and 6.1. Actually, the IVT on this one, 7.2, so a little better in the city and similar on the highway. So, you know, get a manual if you want, but you're going to lose some features if you get a manual because it's really only available on the base trim level. All right, why buy this car? Let's step in this one. Now again, this is an LX Plus model. That's basically how we stock the lower end. We're not going to stock an LX manual transmission. Maybe one, maybe two throughout the year, but we're not going to carry it on a regular basis. This is the car you're going to find in the dealer. And that's not us making decisions. That's you guys making decisions. That's what you guys are buying. So we're all manual transmission fans here. However, they just don't sell very well. They're just not a big seller. And we have to stock cars based on what we think we can move. And that's what happens. Okay, jumping in this car. Forget everything else. We're going to take a look at a couple things in a second. Let's go over here to the big news. Over here, going to turn the car to the on position. You now get this screen in all of these cars. So this is the LX Plus model. This is an 8-inch screen. Great teen first car, in my opinion, 100%. Great car for first car, college car, young person's car. Even if you have a family, if you don't really need a second car to take your whole family around all the time, you just want something efficient to commute in or something like that. I realize nobody's commuting right now, but people will commute again, I promise. This screen, okay, we've all seen this. We've all seen this before. Read this carefully. You don't get this on a Telluride right now. To start connecting Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, press this widget. Does anybody know what the difference is between this and a Telluride? The Telluride tells you to start connecting Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, plug in your phone. This is wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay in a Rio. And now you guys have been begging for this in a whole bunch of cars for a while. They kind of snuck it in. I just jumped in the Rio. Oh, it's a Rio. It's got the new screen. Fantastic. Wait a second. That's wireless. And that's a game changer, I think, because cords are messy. You want to keep your phone on you. You want to keep your phone, you know, you can keep it in this nice spot here. That is a nice rubber padded area. It's not a wireless charge pad or anything, but you can set it there if you want it. But the point is you can get in the car, leave the phone in your pocket. If you need navigation, you've got navigation on your Nero or on your Rio, excuse me, not Nero, Rio, right here in this screen through Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. So we're going to do a video on this Android Auto and Apple CarPlay soon, this wireless stuff. We haven't done it yet, but of course, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, that's really good news. I want that in the Seltos, somebody says. Yeah, exactly. So do I. And that's the point. This isn't in the Seltos at all right now. And it is in the Rio. So again, young people, what do they want? They want technology. They want to get in the car with their phone. They want to start the thing. They want to text their friends, hey, buddy, I'm running late. And then, oh, yeah, we're moving to so-and-so John's place. Well, John is at what address? Well, you can just voice your address in with the best voice recognition software in the world, whether it's Google or Apple. Those are the two leaders. You can say the address, you get Google Maps, Apple Maps, you pull it up right here. You've got navigation taking you right there, including traffic, including all kinds of things. It's a game changer for this kind of car. I think it makes a ton of sense. Now, you've also got things like a backup camera. So your backup camera is big, clear screen now. And this is the quality screen. Like, this isn't a lower quality screen that we used to have. I'm filming a screen so you can see some pixelations when I go in there. But you can see the lines in the floor. You can see Teddy Bear over there looking a little slouchy. We're going to throw him in the back of the car so you can see how big this car is. But this is a big deal, and it's a real game changer. All right, now I didn't turn the car fully on. I want you to take a look at the dash here. There's no changes here, but the reason I want you to take a look is we're going to see some changes in the next level up from this. Now, ignore that 19.9 liters per 100 kilometers. The guys had this car idling for a while outside, so don't worry about that. But you can see a bunch of stuff in here. There's technology in here that we can go through. Speed, that is, so you can set maximum speed. I can't remember what that was. Anyways, but there is some basic stuff. This is the base level screen. There's nothing changing here. This is a perfectly fine display. It gives you information you need. But again, memorize that because the new one's nicer. And the other, sorry, not the new one, the other trim level is nicer. Over here, manual climate control is here, so easy to use. Air conditioning, of course. Big thing that people don't expect, heated seats. Now, you used to be able to get heated steering wheel in every Rio. Not so for 2021. Those of you who want to use your wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, if you've got your gloves on because the steering wheel is cold, well, that's fine. You can just voice control that. However, heated steering wheel is gone now. Not a big deal. Some of the best rump roasters or seat heaters that we have anywhere in all of our vehicles. They get hot and very hot very well. So that's really good, driver and passenger side. And the only drive mode you have is normal. So you turn the sport mode on or you turn the sport mode off, which puts you in the normal mode. So this is quite nice. You know, I wouldn't say basic, but simple, right? You got your cup holders down here. You still got a nice padded armrest over here. The doors are firmer armrests. Let me just take a look at them over here. Just a little plasticky armrest, and that's fine. You don't expect it's easy to clean. You got big door pockets there, bottle holders in there. Kind of a nice look to the dash, just a higher end look. It's always kind of looked like this in the Rio, just sort of metallic look across there. I quite like this, and like I said, game-changing technology there because a lot of people want a basic car, but they want their cell phone connected, and I think this answers exactly that. Basic car, but all the tech that I want. So quick look around, automatic headlights. We're gonna just look around the seats again here. Cloth seats, they're comfortable, driver's side's height adjustable and up and down. So very simple, but very good. Let me just jump out for a second now because there's some things to show you, headlights on the other side. We'll do that in a minute. All right, jumping out, new wheel design as well. If you get winter tires on your car, you have this new wheel cover. And of course, you can throw that wheel cover on your winter tires as well as your summer tires. So the car looks identical summer and winter. Over here, those wheels are not new. Those wheels used to be on the EX. Now they're on this LX premium model. So let's just jump right in that one so we can remember everything we've seen and take a comparison look or comparative look over here. All right, turn the car to the on position again. Same screen over here, same thing. So no advantage to move to the LX Premium. I'm just going to turn the climate system off. No advantage to move to the LX Premium because you have the same screen here and you have the same technology in this section here. So same exact stuff. Now, what I do want to show you is, remember I showed you in the center of the dash before. Oops, hold on, zoom in. This one is the new display. You're going to see something like this in the K5. So we're talking right up to date, fully technologically advanced screen here. And I just want to show you, you have a little bit different. It used to say trip on the other one, so trip computer, and that's really all it was, is a trip computer. Well, now you've got some of these menu items. Let's just scroll through. Not a ton of information in here, but enough. You've got your fuel economy. Again, this car was idling outside, so that's a bar graph on the bottom. The other one has a bar graph as well. This one just looks better. Then you've got driver assistance features. So in this case, there's not a whole lot of driver assistance. Backup warning, blind spot safety, parking safety. Parking safety. Let's just click on that for a second. Rear cross traffic alert is right there. So that's a big news. Why does it have rear cross traffic alert, you may ask? Well, that's because on this model, you've got, I don't know if you can see it. Come on, camera. There we go. You've got blind spot detection. So blind spot detection, rear cross traffic alert, and you've got the screen with Android Auto, Apple wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, which means you have Google Maps, Apple Maps, all of your navigation right there. You can text your friends, call your friends, all that kind of thing. Automatic headlights in both the cars. But again, this screen has a lot, and I mean a whole lot of stuff in here. So you can just sort of see, you know, there's your trip computer. So same type of thing, but just a better display by far, a little bit of color in there. And again, just better, overall better. Down here, it's an identical look. You've got the same climate system here. You've got the same, you know, sort of rubbery urethane style gear shift. And that's what the other steering wheel is. However, you've now got heated steering wheel again. So you got to step up a little bit more than you used to get the heated steering wheel. But I think it's a package that makes sense. Heated seats as well. The transmission is an IVT, but you can manually shift it. And when you manually shift it, you have 8 ratios there. So 8 manual ratios, which is kind of nice. And like I said, the big thing that kept me out of this car was the Forte was essentially the same price, not a whole lot different, but you didn't have some of the tech here. And my phone, I mean, it's not just me. I work with my phone every day, but so do the rest of you. Everybody uses their phone all the time. So having it here and now having it wireless is a game changer. Take a look up here. Scrolling over, scrolling up, you also have a sunroof here. So this car feels more sporty, Feels more upper class. You're getting a sunroof at way lower price point than you can in the Forte. Height adjustable seat belts there. So just kind of everything you need and absolutely nothing you don't. You get a sunroof, heated steering wheel, heated seats, good technology in. I mean, great technology in here. Literally great technology in there. Nice technology display in here. It feels like a higher end car. It's something I would do. It'll be like having two phones. Yeah. All right. So let me just, I'm just sort of reading the comments there as we go. All right. So one thing I want to show you is let's take a look at the difference on the outsides of these cars. I got to turn the car back to the on position. 1 second. Just going to take a look at some lighting differences in this car. Again, this is an LX Premium IVT. We're going to compare the lighting to this car. We're going to start over here because there's no changes on this car. So I want to show you where we've come from, and you can still get this. So let me just turn this on. Okay, I'm going to say something controversial. If you are the kind of person that just knows you're going to get in a whole bunch of fender benders and accidents, buy this one. The real benefit to these lights right here is they're going to be less expensive to replace. They are fine, but they are, they are legal. They give light to the road. You can see there's plenty of light ahead of you here, but you see it's a little bit less of a sharp cutoff. It's still pretty good, but it's just okay. And I think that's, people have driven, if you drive in a used car, you're going to get the same lights in this anyways. But on a modern brand new car, there is a step up in lighting. So again, no projector beam style headlight. That's what I'm talking about. Projector beam style headlights, to me, should be the minimum standard for a modern car. Not the end of the world on this Rio. Again, compared to a used car, same type of headlights. But you expect some LED detailing nowadays, and you expect projector beam headlights. So now you've got projector beam headlights in this car. That gives you a little sharper cutoff. You can just see it focuses the beam more. It's a clearer, oops, try to get that around. Just a clearer overall look of the road there. There's still halogen lights, so you're not getting the LED headlights that's the bright white. But I am a fan. I think this is a more modern, contemporary design with that. But you also have that little U. Now that may start to flicker there, that little white U. That may flicker just depending on where I do things. Headlights nice and bright, but that little U-shaped thing is your daytime running light. So let's just turn the headlights off for a second. You used to only be able to get this in the highest trim levels, and it just looks sharp coming down the road. That white area, it really stands out, not so much on video, but in reality. That white kind of gives it a nice modern look when it's coming up the road behind you. So that white is going to be lit anyways. In the back, same thing for both cars. You've got the standard lights right there, just standard light bulbs, and that's fine, and standard light bulbs over here. So same look either way, but again, the projector beam headlights are just a nice step up, and that LED white light bar gives it just a little bit more of a classy kind of look. So that's the basics of the technology in the car. Again, blind spot detection. Let me just talk about really quickly why I think that's so important. A lot of people think blind spot detection is important because of exactly this situation here. I'm sitting in that driver's seat. I don't see this car right here, so I'm going to signal, and oh, yeah, there's somebody there. That's good because sometimes you can't see somebody in your blind spot. Blind spots aren't too bad. What's really good is rear cross traffic alert. So keep in mind, let's pretend this car has it. That car has it, this car doesn't. But if this car right here is parked beside a minivan, and my hand is the minivan, the driver cannot see me. So the blue car is going to back out. And if it has rear cross traffic alert, there's a radar sensor right here that is used for the blind spot detection. But when you're in reverse, it can see me. So in that amazingly clear backup screen, you're going to get a warning. It's going to beep, and it's going to have arrows coming from the side that I'm coming from, to say that somebody's walking or driving behind you. And then you can stop and avoid that collision. You won't hit people carrying their strollers. You won't hit little kids running around. You won't hit people, because it can warn you of those things that are coming, and it warns you of the things that you can't possibly see. Again, if there's a minivan here, you can't possibly see me. So blind spot detection, in my books, you can adjust your mirrors, you can turn your head, you can do things to see through your blind spot. It's not really a blind spot, it's kind of a visually impaired spot. You can still see, you're impaired in your vision, but you can still see if you do the right things. What the rear cross traffic alert does is it literally keeps or helps you see where you cannot see. And that's why when I say go to the LX Premium, you get that blind spot detection, that rear cross traffic alert. That's my favorite feature when you see that blind spot detection. So both of those features are now coming standard on this car here. And you get the technology of the wireless Android Auto, wireless Apple CarPlay. it's just the right move. You step up. Now, you do lose satellite radio in these cars. I don't think most people who bought a Rio would subscribe to satellite radio, so I understand that move because they're paying for their phone anyways. There's no cost to use Android Auto app or CarPlay other than the cost of your phone and the data plan, which you're already paying for anyways. All right, I'm going to take your questions. I know there's a lot of people that said stuff on here. If there's anything, I've seen somebody ask a question off topic of these cars. I'll get to that closer to the end. If there's anybody who has a question about these cars, where are we headed next? I'm going to sit in the back of that one. I've got the seats up in that one. I've got the seats down in this one. We're going to take Teddy Bear there. We're going to throw him in the trunk with the seats up, throw him in the trunk with the seats down. Both same size cars. And you're going to see me, a 6-footer, fit in the back seats. So that's where we're headed. And you're going to see cargo space. This has blind spot information. So yeah, you're right. Okay. Somebody's on our website. Cheap car, standard 8-inch screen, and wireless Android Auto CarPlay. Exactly. So not fair putting better tech in the beater. This isn't a beater. It's a perfectly nice car. And that's what I said, guys. Like, let's be fair. I criticized this car before. I did not recommend it because for just pennies more, or in some cases even less, depending on some of the programs they had, the Forte was cheaper and it had that Android Auto Apple CarPlay. It was wired, but it had it. This car didn't have it. Now you're stepping into something that, to my mind, basic transportation, awesome technology for your cell phone, something you can keep your kids safe in if you're buying it for younger people. It's just really, really good. All right, 35 people on, 21 people have given me a like. I'm going to get 200 or so views on this video, trying to get to 40 or 50 likes. I got 21, so if all 35 of you hit the like button right now, I will actually blow past 35 likes probably, because there's going to be a few people that have already given me a like and had to take off. Okay, I don't see any more questions related to this. You called it a beater yourself when you said you should... Oh, yeah. When I said I should buy it. So they're criticizing me saying I called it a beater myself when I said if you're going to buy this car. The only reason to get those headlights over those headlights is if you're going to crash it. I know. Okay, so you're right. I called it. Okay, let's take Teddy Bear. I'm going to jump in the back seat. Now, the driver's seat was set roughly for me. Let's just make sure it's set exactly for me because I didn't park these cars today. I had to get coworkers to park it. So I'm going to set myself behind this car. Yep, the person who parked it was taller than me, which is easy for filming, but there's where I need to sit to drive. Now, you guys tell me if I look comfortable here. I'm underneath the sunroof, good headroom. I can bring the seat down more, get more headroom here. If you're a shorter person and you want to bring the seat up, just so you know, I had a lot of headroom there. Let's just pump the seat the whole way up. Because a lot of smaller people like smaller cars sometimes, I find. They just need something easy to get around, and they're not afraid to drive smaller cars. Sometimes taller cars are too tall for smaller people, but there you go. I am not on the glass ceiling, but I'm definitely through the through the spot here, uncomfortably tall here. But you can see I've got lots of headroom, or if you're shorter, just take a look at me like this. I am looking easily down on the hood here. That's sort of equal to about my view. So I can see right down onto the hood, and you've got plenty of space. Ooh, let's not go too close. But yeah, if you raise that seat high, if you're a shorter person, you can do that. One thing as well, some of our cars are getting rid of the sunglass holder up here. They have the sort of the arm. Extra rear seat foot space that I would have by raising the seat, and I am comfortable. Audio, okay. Audio, we got audio, okay. 1 second, we'll fix it. How's the audio? Is the audio back, guys? Tell me if the audio's back. We're good? Okay, audio seems to be back. Perfect. Okay, let's keep rolling. Okay, so the seat's back where I need it. We're going to hop in the back seat here. Okay, jumping in the back seat. Let's take a look at what we've got first of all. Flip the camera around. Okay, in the back, power windows, bottle holder. That's it. Not a whole lot of luxuries or frills. Decently small size hump in the middle there. That is just for structural rigidity of the car. This one has no center armrest. So your cup holder is the bottle holder back there. The rear seat passengers are holding on to their own cups. Now, quite easy to get in and out of in this car. The rear seat headrest, show you right now, is in my back right now. Too low, but it raises. So I can have a rear seat headrest there. Now, headroom, I'm 6 feet tall. I got a little bit of extra room. Probably just a little bit less than the new K5 that I sat in yesterday, but certainly less than something like a Kia Soul, less than something like probably a little less than the Kia Forte, and less than certainly any of our SUVs. But still pretty good space through here. So take a look at another thing that's pretty good down here. My legs are basically flat to the seat. Now they are raised just, oops, come on camera. They are raised just a little bit here, so I'm still supported, but the real weight of my foot is not supported at the very end. But most of my leg is supported. You don't see that very often in a smaller car, but it's quite comfortable back here. And you can see my leg room sitting behind myself. So a full 6 foot person sitting behind myself and comfortable. I have enough room. Now, is it as much space as a Kia Soul? No. Kia Soul is going to give you great rear seat space. Compared to the Kia Forte, you're going to have more legroom in the Forte for sure. Is it uncomfortable back here? No. Third row of the Sorrento, I don't want to be there for more than a half an hour, an hour. It's fine, but as a 6 foot person, not good. Third row of this car, let's go for a 2 hour trip. Let's go for a 3 hour trip. I'll sit back here. I'm going to want to stretch afterwards because I haven't got a lot of room to move my legs the same way I would in some of the other cars. I can move them a little bit here, but I have plenty of foot room underneath that seat, even with it in its lowest position, and I've got plenty of knee room, and there's one USB port to keep my phone charged, to keep me interested. We're going to speak about that one thing, actually, the phone charge thing. Let's just jump back to the technology on this car. There's a new feature in here that I think is worth mentioning, just if you're taking passengers around, because it's, again, I think they're understanding who's going to be driving this car. Take a look over here. In the new menu here, hit the all menu. There's your Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. There's the quiet mode. What does quiet mode do? It takes the front speakers and set them at volume number 7. So if you've got kids in the back that want to listen to their own iPod or something like that, their own AirPods through the music. So let's say they get their AirPods in just like me. They don't want to listen to your music. Or your friends are in the back. They don't want to listen to your music either. You like country. They don't. So you can turn your music onto the speakers out front here, turn the rear speakers off. They can listen to their own music. That's what that quiet mode does. It sets the front to number 7, and since it says number 7 volume, turns the rear speakers off. They can listen to their own thing. So again, technology matters to younger people. Younger people are buying these cars. You got to give them all the technology they want. So there you go. Exactly me, says Jasmine. Jasmine, what kind of music do you like? You're here every day. I need to know what kind of music you like. All right. Now let's look at the trunk space here. Trunk space is the same as before. Decent. Is it fantastic? I don't know. It's not bad. You guys know that Teddy fits in a Kia Soul, basically his body and his Jasmine's country. Oh, Jasmine, you and I mean, you're from California, so you got my kind of weather, and she likes country. I'm admitting things that are going to lose me some people here. All right, here we go. Teddy Bear is in here. Okay. Teddy Bear in a Kia Soul is body against the back seat, and he can fit his arm in here comfortably in the Soul. So a little bit less than the Kia Soul, but pretty good. And you saw there, it's deeper. So Teddy's a big bear. Like everybody who sees Teddy in person goes, wow, that bear is way bigger than I expected. But Teddy Bear is in here. Leroy said, didn't expect that at all. Are we talking about music tastes? All right, so Teddy Bear fits in there quite comfortably. He's a little shorter. I think the Kia Soul's a little longer this way. But I mean, you're not talking about a small trunk for a small car. He's pretty good. And of course, this flap here does fold down when I shut the trunk. And you can see he's still well underneath that flap. So you've got a good sized trunk here. Now, the benefit here with the opening is you can fit large things in there. So what I did in this car, because we're looking at 2 cars together, is I've folded down the seats and I removed that upper panel. I just set the upper panel on the floor so we can see what kind of space we have if you want to go camping or if you have all sorts of stuff. If you've lost all your friends because of your music choices, just a little spot right there that you can also put stuff in. But if you've lost all your friends with the music choices that you have, music tastes that you have, then you don't need rear seats. And if you don't need those rear seats, because you listen to country music and none of your friends are coming with you anymore, then you can stick Teddy in here. And Teddy's got a lot of space. Like we're talking SUV style space here. There's just a lot. And that's the benefit of the Rio hatchback is you can fit, a dishwasher in here. You can go to the Home Depot or something like that. You can fit all the stuff you need and you've got all the space you need. So since Teddy and I ride together a lot because I've lost all my friends and I just have to go online to find new ones, you can see he's got a lot of space in there. And if we put him back at the front seats like we would in an SUV, is it Telluride length of space? Not quite, but it's pretty good. There's a lot of space in there. So there you go. There's the 2021 Kia Rio. I'm glad that I've lost all my friends by talking to well, I mean, Jasmine and I are still friends. We're still good, right, Jasmine? You and I? But yeah, basically, there's the 2021 Kia Rio. I'm a big fan of it this year. I think they did exactly the right things. This car has to remain inexpensive. It has to remain not a powerful car because it has to get great fuel efficiency. Simple 4-cylinder engine, simple maintenance, MPI, so not GDI, but a multi-port injection engine. I think it's the kind of engine that's going to last a long time. It's a really good, simple design. No real crazy stuff. The IVT transmission is great for fuel efficiency. And then you've got all the tech that you need. All right, we're country good. Oh man, what have I done? Okay, I really enjoyed this one, guys. Thanks for making a car that has least amount of options the most fun video. Hey, there's Garth over there. Garth, show me your coat. Garth can't. No, you gotta show me your coat, Garth. We gotta see your coat. Just because it's entertaining to me. Garth has his oldest coat and his lunch bag. Now do a little spin. That is, or was, an animal. I love Garth. So there we go. I just had to show that since he walked through anyways. Okay, this has been a very entertaining video, so this has been fun. All right, you guys asked me a few questions in the comments, some of which I said, ask me again when we get to the end of the video. I will do that. Yeah, his name's Garth. Okay, and he's not a country music fan, like, tell you that much. Okay, on the website, I was looking at the Sorrentos in stock, and the picture for 21 on Sorrento Black LX Premium all-wheel drive is a picture of a 20. Yeah, okay, so our website, we still have some updating to do with our website. You guys are noticing that some of our pictures may not be fully up to date. We're doing our best. Sometimes they populate, sometimes our website pre-populates with vehicles that are not always on stock. We have to take the pictures of the vehicles on stock. So we do pictures and videos of that kind of thing to show you what we've got. But yeah, good question there. What else do we got? Oh, we got more country fans here. I'm losing everybody. Kia Sounds of Nature music all the way. Okay, so this I did check for Sounds of Nature in this car. It doesn't have it. Somebody heard my complaint and gave me exactly what I wanted and nothing I don't. Sounds of Nature did make it into my software update on my own personal car, so that was exciting. Yeah. Okay, poor Teddy. Why poor Teddy? Pamela McGee said, "I love that feature, poor Teddy." I missed the context of that, so tell me why poor Teddy. Audio glitch we got through. All right, is there any questions I missed? Any questions you guys have? Greetings from Belgium. Hey, greetings from Belgium. If there's any questions I missed, feel free to ask them to me right now. Otherwise, we're going to get off this video. I really appreciate you guys joining us. I'm glad we got to joke around a little bit. I hope I didn't lose any audience. I had fun. But yeah, the Rio used to be this car, which how am I going to talk about this car and give them all the details? And now I'm like, I'll talk about this car anytime you want. I personally think these are great cars. I really like the LX Premium. Now, as we're talking about that car, there's an EX Premium. You can get lane keep assist, lane follow assist. So you can step up from this into an EX Premium, and now you get that car that sort of steers itself, keeps itself centered in the lane. You can move into that. So those features have moved into the Rio. So if you want something that has that ability, you can do that. Can I show the front again? Absolutely. Let me just show front headlights off, I guess, right now. Let me just get zoomed in so you can see that. Don't forget about Teddy back there. Oh, don't worry. I won't forget him. I only lost him once for like a month. And then the front of this car here, there's your headlights again. Again, nothing wrong with these headlights. I shouldn't be too critical. I am spoiled because I get to hang out with brand new cars every single day. The only argument I would make is my 2007 Rondo had projector beam headlights. That's a Kia Rondo. This is 2021. I think they should all have projector beam headlights. And again, nothing wrong with the lights. Just they should have at least projector beam. We should be moving to LED, and that's what we're doing. So, wonder why Kia didn't put the shark fin on the Rio too? It's very simple. Shark fin antenna seems to be consistent with satellite radio on most of our cars. That's a less expensive antenna. Why is the Rio going to sell well? Because the Rio is less expensive. So you're not going to get satellite radio in the Rio anymore. Used to get at the entry level, but I would bet that the market research says that the take rate for a subscription radio service was very low on a car that people bought in a value type brand scenario. What's more important, I think, is the Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, and that's consistent across the lineup. We've got Android Auto and Apple CarPlay across the lineup now, wireless in this car and many of our other cars, but you lose that satellite radio that used to be a low-end, like available on our lower-end vehicles as well. But I think that makes sense. Market research has probably told them that most value buyers, these lower-end cars at the lower trim levels, people are not picking up satellite radio as a subscription service. So somebody asked, what's tomorrow's live video going to be about? I actually genuinely have not decided. There are cars I want to do. We've kind of exhausted the Sorrento thing, but I have no problem pulling it back in there if you guys want to see it. I do have to do a Tesla Model Y versus a Model 3 video. That'll be a filmed video that I'll film in the morning. I don't know if I'll have it up by the afternoon. We sell a lot of electric cars, so I should probably get an electric car back in here. I haven't done that in a while. So I'm leaning towards something like that. Maybe a PHEV. We sold a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle yesterday. Actually, this morning it went out. So we always sell a lot of EVs, and we're going to continue to sell a lot of EVs. So I might lean towards something EV, but I'm totally open to your suggestions. Could you do a Soul EV? You know what? Done. Let's do a Soul EV tomorrow. Okay, there we go. Solely V tomorrow. I would agree. Android Auto CarPlay is more useful. There we go. Okay, thanks everybody for joining. It's been fun. If you guys like the car, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like the car, still give me a thumbs up because I did a lot of work for this. And that's all I asked for. All right, thanks everybody. Hey, we got to 40 likes. That's awesome. Thanks everybody for joining us. It's been fun. We will talk to you again tomorrow.